Channel. I am Lady Nika, and with Wednesday night's episode of Queen Sugar. Now y'all know it came back Tuesday. It was a two-night premiere episode, two-night premiere, and we got two episodes. I'm kind of glad, bitch, that this was just the opening, and this ain't gonna be no two nights every week, because this is deep and it's in depth. And I like it. Like I said, I'm challenging myself to be able to do the shit. So y'all just be patient. Sometimes I may have to refer a lot to the notes because it's a lot to remember. But we gonna get it done, okay? Now we open up this episode with Nova waking up, going outside to pick up the newspaper to read. She sees this article that she had written on them teens that took a knee at that game. But the article has been sliced and diced, and basically it's depicting them kids as problem causing children. So she feeling her ways about that. Then we see Unbind down to the grocery store, meeting with that man, Mr. Rollins, I think, the one that offered her the pie deal in all of his stores and stuff. And he got her standing at this display. It's like a central display, and he like, this is the spot of your he told her, first of all, them pies you sold us over the holidays, girl, they sold out. They sold out, girl. They was loving them pies. They like them pies, girl. They like them pies. But he told her, what I want to do is I want to offer you a opportunity here. He said, first of all, I want to display your pies right here in this central location. And two, I want to double the order. And if you can be able to meet that expectation, I think he told her 25%. Yeah, he'll increase her revenue by 25%, and she agreed to do it. Now remember, on got lupus. This is about to be a huge challenge, and I swear I know this is going to be a huge challenge because I live it. Okay, now over at the High Yellow, Remy talking with some of the men. Some of them feel the kids weren't wrong in taking the knee. Some feel that they were wrong in taking the knee, and said that they knew that they would be depicted this way in the article. Now, one of the men said they knew that they would cause a problem. Remy said he felt that they should have done what they did, because it exposes how folks really feel, and we living in some dangerous times. We need to know who the enemy and who was an ally. In the words of Miss Honey, are you friend or foe? Is what we need to know. Okay. Ralph Angel and Charlie come, and everybody is applauding them. Oh, they giving her a big old applaud. And she announced that they did have, some bumps in the road, but they made it. And she announces that everybody will keep their discounted rates, and they will remain that way for the next 5 years to more applause. She said that. Now Remy's sipping coffee because he know she done sold out, but he remember she done. Okay, she sold out, but remember the farmers don't know that yet because she hasn't, she's still the face of the meal. They don't know she done sold Queen Sugar. She thanks them for their business and says that let's show the world and Louisiana that black businesses can thrive when allowed to compete, to more applause. Now Remy go over there and talk to her. He asks her, how you doing business now? He said, oh, now you in the business of tricking people into doing business with these folks. She said, it's better they do it through me at a discounted rate than going to them where they will jack the prices up on these people. She says she the good guy. He feels her hands are getting dirty, and now he not feeling what she doing. That's part of why they broke up. She going into to these Landry people business with them. She sleeping with the dogs, and she gonna wind up with fleas if she don't play this shit the right way. Okay. Ryan Angel comes over and tells her don't worry about all that because he seen how tense the conversation between her and Remy was, and asked if she she said she was okay, and he said that actually said she needed some wine, and he asked her what she was doing tomorrow night and said they can hang out, just the two of them, child. I said, that's right, baby, hang out. I love to hang out with me, somebody that don't mind doing a little drink. Now over to Unvibes, the mailman that came, it's the mail for Hollywood. It's that check he been waiting on. Okay. He said he want to go to the bank and shopping, but she got more pies to make. She teaching Rhonda the ropes of how to do it. That's her assistant, and she waiting on the delivery of some more pie pans. He wanted to go celebrate, but she reminded him that, baby, now we agreed that we were gonna let that money change us. We was not, and you know her business is important to her. But later she tell him that we'll celebrate in private, and he liked that. She gonna give him his own private dance later, and he agreed that he gonna make it rain. And I said, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man, child. I love me some Holly goddamn Wood. I'm telling y'all one thing about a y'all might still look at Hollywood and say he ain't much, he ugly. Bitch, ain't nothing. An ugly man a pay electric bill. A ugly man will make you feel like you on Beyonce status in his life, girl. What a man, what a man. I'm trying to tell you. Now, Micah and Davis at the gas station. Micah asking his dad to back him up. Davis just wants to spend time with his son and not be at it with Charlie. See, Micah want to go to public schooling. And Davis remind him that going to public school for Micah goes against everything his mother wants for him. He told Micah everything with Charlie is logic. So if you want to talk to her about this, you better put together an airtight argument for his mama, for her, because that's the only way you're going to have a possible shot. And Micah said okay. Now Charlie listening to this police report about that guy, that police officer that was going around beating these young black teens. Remember, she remembered his ass from the game too. And I was like, okay. Plus, this the man now, I'm pretty sure they did that shit to their son, Michael. Okay. The tape done leaked and went viral. That's why it's on the news, child. I said, This man been in the damn business. He been a police officer over 20 years. That's a long time to be doing this shit. And you know he ain't just started it yesterday. Child, the public is calling for his termination, and activists have gotten involved in pushing the efforts for him to see him removed from the police department. I said, you don't run fast and long no more. Then she sends a text saying thank you and see you soon. So I guess she is the reason this video leaked, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if he's related to the Landrys or the Boudreaux, because you remember she says she's going for everybody that's in their family. So I don't know if this is in relations to them, you know, if this man is related to them, or is she just on a rampage because he did her son and she wasn't here for it, okay? Now Nova's go to see the editor of the paper. I think his name's Steve or some shit like that. And she upset because, in her words, they gutted her article. She wrote on those teens kneeling at the game. Now, he said he didn't tell her because she would have talked him out of it. He said she being labeled as a black extremist. And she called bullshit and said that that's what they want to call me in the industry because I'm a black activist and I don't give up. He's asking her to lay low for a while, and he gets a call, and she outdone that he asking her this shit, so she walk off. Later on, she meeting up with her sister tribe, telling them that she's considering quitting her job down to the paper and working on her book full time. Some saying that, you know, what if the book doesn't sell? Some saying that the point that you have to make is difficult. Some saying that at some point you have to make difficult decisions. Then one of them said she shouldn't give up her security, which is her paycheck. Nova said even if I got to compromise, and their friend said, well, girl, at some point we all wind up compromising. But you think about this real good, and we gonna support you regardless, and tread lightly, okay? Now, Micah and Davis is at the house now talking to Charlie about him going to public school. And he's saying that he wants to, you know, he trying to make his point and Charlie not feeling it. So she says no immediately and says public school is not an option for him and he'll thank her later. So she walked off. Ralph Angel on the phone with somebody talking about something involving Blue. But Blue is just running around the house making noise and all kinds of shit. And he had asked him to be quiet. So when he got off the phone, he getting on his ass. But Blue not listening to him. What he doing is he acting out. He acting out. He knows something going on. His mama done disappeared. His daddy won't tell him nothing. Then his daddy walk around like he kind of upset all the time. It's not their warmness. We think children don't pay attention to stuff, but they pay attention to everything. And when there's a disruption in their lives, especially at this age, he don't need to be disrupted like that because it could throw him out. That's why he feeling the way he doing and he's acting out. He don't know how to vocalize what he feeling. So what he doing is he making it hard for his ass by acting crazy on him. Okay? Now, Rhonda being trained by Unbiased how to make the pies, and Nova comes over to see Unbiased. She done brought some organic meals and some herbs for a couple of months for her. But I say right now the only thing she thinking about is making her pies. And it seemed like the oven ain't working. Vi getting aggravated, so and she's in pain. So you see Nova spraying this solution on her hand to ease the pain. Vi says she don't mind pain, she just want to be a warrior. She tired of just living. She want to be a warrior like Nova and like Nova's mom. And Nova says she not so sure about that warrior thing. Because it seems like every time she make one step forward, she's drugged back two. Okay, Vi says she know them folks down at your job ain't tripping on you, girl, with all the kudos you been getting lately. Then she tell her something that really, it resonated with me so deep, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I got deep into that thing. She told her, she said, bet on yourself. That's powerful. Do y'all know how many people do not have the courage to do that? They spend their whole lives with dreams and ambitions, and they never see it come to fruition because they ain't got the courage to walk away and believe that everything gonna be all right. I walked away from security. Okay, let me tell y'all this right quick, fast, and hurry. Sidebar. I walked away from security. I did. Now here I sit, divorced, living with lupus, with the limitations that it placed upon me and everything else, and I'm in the middle of a career change. See, since I was a younger, and my mama bought my first measuring spoon, cooking is all I was thought of to be able to do because I caught on well and I was able to do it. Okay? That wasn't what I wanted to go to school for. That's what the pressures of my family had me do. Because everybody was like, girl, you could be big. You can do something big. You could be working in the biggest restaurants, some of the most elegant restaurants in the country. You got that skill set about yourself. They pushed that upon me when in actuality that was not my passion. I did it because I had to learn how to cook because I was growing up and that's what my mama wanted me to do. But it was never something that I wanted to do for the remainder of my life, even though I've been doing it for over 25 years now. My passion in life at first was I wanted to become a lawyer. That died out around about my early 20s. Then I had two passions. I wanted to be a lawyer and I wanted to be a writer and a journalist. Those were my passions. The only one that has never let me go and sticks in my head every single day is the writing. I write down everything. I have an adventurous mind. I have a passionate mindset. I write down everything. If I put everything together that I've written in just the 45 years I've been here, that's probably my book right there. It just won't contain the chapters, from the time I put it all together. It won't have everything, but it'll have pretty much my whole beginning, my trials and my tribulations. I have a powerful story to tell in this world. And the one thing that I've always knew was that if y'all want to read my comments down there, you can see I can make shit come to life on pen and paper. I struggle articulating that verbally. That's why I went to school. I ain't go to school because I just felt like going to school to prove I could do that. I'm in journalism school because, I'm in school to get a journalism degree because I need to learn how to articulate in words what I do so well on paper. I do it all the time in the comment sections. Y'all read some of them damn comments I give back to y'all when y'all talking to me. Yeah, I'm in a rush and sometimes I don't punctuate, but I'm able to bring to life things for you in words that I don't always be able to say verbally. It's up here. Up here I have an extensive vocabulary. And I can do it when I can write it down. But when I go to speak it to you, sometimes it don't come out the way I want to. And really, that's the only why I'm in school, so that they can teach me how to be able to say that to you all, because I want to be able to talk right. I want to be able to express how I feel. I'm not gonna stop until I get this right here. If I don't work at a news station ever and never work for the newspaper, if I don't do nothing else before I leave this earth, I'm gonna have these. I'm gonna have one of these, if not a series of these. This is Boy Crazy by Dina Anderson, and this is Lost in Hell's Paradise by our very own buzzword TV, Miss Tamika Hutchins. This is my goal, y'all. I ain't gonna stop. My book probably died. This is a thin book and probably one of many that's gonna come for her. Bitch, this is probably how mine gonna be. This how thick mine gonna be. Because I have a lot to tell the world about me and the things that I have experienced. And through my trials and tribulations, maybe someone else will be, able to live a better life or avoid some of the mistakes I made. That's the reason for the season. I'm 45 years old. Because I heard Vi referencing the fact that she's 59 years old. I'm 45, Vi. I'm 45, and I'm finna do a complete career change. That's part of why I don't never do no videos down here on cooking, because I'm gonna tell you something. People will put you in a box, just like my family did. Once they found out that I can cook some shit and I can make people happy with food, they put me in that box, and I felt like I've been stuck there all my life until I decided last year that I don't want to live in that box no more. And I don't want to do that down here, because that will become something you guys would expect of me. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to learn how to put my book in book format and how to be able to talk about this book. Because it's going to have to go deeper than just me putting it on the shelf. I'm going to have to be able to talk about that. And I need to know how to talk about it. The book itself, writing it ain't going to be no problem. It's going to be me being able to talk about it and tell people about the story. And then if I do make it to be able to become a published author, I want to do audio books. I'm going to put my own voice on my damn shit. I don't want nobody else to read my shit. I want it to come out of my word, out of my mouth, because these are my words. These are my thoughts. These are my experiences. So when she said, bet on yourself, I got that, because you can't expect other people to get you to your destiny. You got to do that for yourself. You got to decide when your time. And I'm like her, it's my time, bitch. By hook or crook, it's my time. And I'm going to get it, okay? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My passion and my vision transcends a kitchen. I'm happy that food has been able to be the way that I can take care of my kids, put them through school and all that shit like that. Me being in the kitchen helped put my ex through law school. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for all of that. But at the end of the day, I did that shit and I get so everybody else could be happy but me. So you have to get to a point where you say enough is enough and you choose you that day. And I chose me. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I choose me. I'm more than somebody's cook in their kitchen or somebody's chef, because you really can't call me a cook. I went to school. I don't got a certificate. I got a degree. Whether I ever do it down here or not. In the real world, people know. Maybe one day I'll feel like YouTube should too. But right now, my vision bigger than that. And that don't even interest me. I only do that so I can make a check, so I can pay some bills. But I'm always got a piece of paper and a pen. I'm always reading a book. That's my passion. I'm sorry I went off for a minute about that, but that just really did touch. That resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like those two ladies and Keisha Irvin over there on the Color Me Pink channel. That's my passion in life, to be a writer. Now, if I'm able to get on TV one day and do the news, great. I'll do it. If I'm able to write for a local newspaper as a food critic or not, I'll do it. But my voice will be heard. And I won't go another year being where everybody else want me to be and not being me. Not living my dreams. Now I got more years behind me than I got in front of me. I gave the world the first 45. However many left is mine. And that's what she was telling Nova when she said that. Now, before we go any further, I done forgot a damn scene. Let's go back, y'all. Let's go back. Because remember when Blue was clowning while Ralph Angel was on that phone, and after, he got off, he threatened to time him out, and Blue said he was going to put him in time out. Mr. Jarvis, his P.O., had actually came over, and apparently Ralph Angel qualifies for an early release from parole. He was apologizing to the man for the disarray of the house and telling him that, he's going to be trying to hire some men soon, which brings us to really why he came. He came to tell him that he was going to try to put him on the list to be a part of the men who can get out on early parole as per some new Louisiana law. And I know that to be true because my son got off early too. So this is some real shit right here. But anyway, Mr. Jarvis came to tell him about that, and he also was telling him, you say you're going to be hiring some men soon. He said, I know a couple men, some fathers just like you, and I was thinking that, they nonviolent offenders, that maybe you could hire a couple of them, and maybe if they see what you went through and see how you came out on the other side, they'll be, that'll be an encouragement for them, because you have a lot in common with some of these men that I have on my roster. They kind of was as raw as you are, but look what happened to you. And he happy about that, but I think what really caught him and had him sitting there staring was when he said some of the men are fathers like you, because we all know last week he got the result. Well, we know yesterday, the day before that, the premiere episode, at the end of it, he found out that he was not he was not Blue's biological father, but you still a father nevertheless. Okay. So yeah, I did that. Now let's go back to Vi and Nova. Sorry I missed that scene. So she tell Nova to bet on herself, and she going to, she said she doing it after 59 years, which is what I was telling y'all. She said, I'm doing it after, and she said, I'm doing it after 59. I said, bitch, I'm doing it after 40. We right up in now. Rhonda comes back and say that she didn't have any luck, but maybe they can call Iffy down to the church. And she said, no, she got another idea. I said, what you finna do, right? Now, Charlie meets up with Jacob for dinner. They at this boating pier. He wanted to show her his boat. He got passed down from his father. He said that his granddad courted his mama. He was working class, and she was Louisiana royalty. Well, he wants to get the boat together by the summer and take Charlie out on a ride. So is he trying? Yeah, he is. He said his dad lived for the water, but his mama was like Charlie's dad. She lived for the land. Charlie thinks that it's nice, but asks what they got to do with her. He said his dad was superstitious, and he always had felt that you're supposed to toast to a new partnership by the water, and he offers her a glass of champagne. He said his dad believed people can pretend to be one thing on dry land, but the truth somehow comes out when you by the water. So he offers a toast to their new partnership. She told him that she had one question for him. And Jacob agreed to, she said, now you agreed to leave my farmers alone, but Sam owns Queen Sugar. So why is a Landry allowing farmers to keep the discounts? He said, truth is, Sam wanted to break the deal, but we stopped him. Because this side of the family always stand by their word. He said he is not Sam's lackey. Don't get it twisted. I'm all about family, but we family. We are family with integrity. I said, Now, child, Biden used the high yellow. She didn't use the high yellow oven for her pies, and Clyde came in unexpectedly. He upset because she didn't ask him to use them. she's saying, look, yeah, I used them, but I can assure you the customer service of the high yellow customers never faltered. Nobody was late or none of that. And he really don't give a damn about that. Then Rhonda was like, she said, I only need it for a couple of more days. Rhonda was like, we'll be out of here. He was like, but see, then there's another problem right there. There go another problem right there. The problem with her being in here is the fact that she's not an employee, so she's an insurance risk. Vi is saying, look, Clyde, I need you to do a favor for me. All the years I done came down here and all the work out and dedication I gave to this place, you can't do this one thing for me. He was like, Vi, y'all gonna have to pack up. She said, Clyde, if you do this to me, I'm not coming back. And he walked out. I said, oh, okay. She asked Rhonda, did she know where to find Miss Effie girl? And I was confused by that because we all know Hollywood ain't got this big ass check. Why don't you just go talk to your man who loves you and don't mind supporting you or investing in you to buy you an industrial size oven? Because that's the fuck you need. You get the right one, you can put 100 pies in that bitch at a time. But I guess she is stubborn and she wants to make this happen her way. So I respect it. Now, obviously that person Ralph Angel was talking to when Blue was being hard-headed was Hollywood, because we see them down to the clothing store and Hollywood checking, he trying on stuff, and Blue asked about some shoes and he says, yes, you can get 2 pair. Ralph Angel say he appreciate Hollywood because he been, buying him a pair, but he don't need no multiple because lately Blue been acting out. Child, Blue steady picking up shoes when Ralph Angel told him to put the shoes down. He told him 3 times. Blue, he said, put them shoes down, baby. On that 3rd one, Blue said no. And his uncle said, he said, no, my uncle said I could have them. That pissed off Ralph Angel, and I understand. He went over there and told him, I told you no, put them damn shoes down or I snatch your ass up. And that caught the attention of everybody in the store. And here come the security guard, and Hollywood was like, we good, we all good, we'll just come back later. So they leave. Now, Vi and Hollywood go over to the church they have in Bango. She looked for Miss Effie. She find Miss Effie. What that shimmering lights from If Loving You Is Wrong? Shout out to Random TV Reviews, Stanley Lynette. They the one that call her shimmering lights. If you don't know who that is, that's Randall's. For those of y'all that watch If Loving You Is Wrong, that's the boy Randall's mama, Miss Louise. They call that lady shimmering lights, and I swear they look like shimmering lights. Well, shimmering lights said, "Oh, fancy seeing you around these parts, Vi." Vi said she wanted to use the ovens. Miss Shimmery Light said, Miss Effie girl say, so you expect to use the church ovens to work on your money, to make your little money, after you walked off and left us. Vi said it wasn't quite like that. It didn't go quite like that. But she said, I'm not just asking to use the ovens. I'm willing to give 10% of my earnings back to this organization. And baby, that attitude Effie had at first turned to zero dust. That bitch was good then. So we know Effie about them coins. Effie her up, gave her them keys, baby. It was all good when she said she was going to get him 10% of her earnings. I said, girl. Now, Nova at home looking through some old articles and reminiscing. Then she think about her next step. She ends up calling. I guess she reaches somebody named Olivia. Maybe that's the editor, Steve's secretary. But she said let him know she gonna come in a couple of days to discuss her next story. So at this point, she has decided to stick with her security. Michael at home on the laptop, and he see that video of that cop. It was disturbing to him. Charlie and Ralph Angel out drinking, and she telling him that Jacob wanted her to see his boat, and she was really not interested in that. And Ralph Angel like, so he really think he got a shot with you? She said, yeah, because I do my job and do it well. Then he got quiet, and she asked him what was wrong. He said, I just don't want you to forget what's real. Then she asked him how about, how was Blue? And Ralph Angel say he been, he missing his mama, but ain't nothing I can do about that. Then he begins to question, am I good for this boy? Can I do this? Charlie said, you the best thing that ever happened to that boy. And they then toast to no more Dollar and no more Davis. and she added in no more Remy. And they said to freedom, good times, and parenthood. Then Ralph Angel go out there to cut a rug. After which she is leaving, she get out there to her car won't start. Some random dude comes up and help her, tell her that, it might be something simple. What he did was probably just tighten up her battery post and her car started. Instead of him just saying, okay, ma'am, have a good night, you can tell he interested in her. He walked away and came back and asked her, if I give you my phone number, would you call me? She said, no. He said, would you accept it? She said, well, what if I don't call? He said, well, then it wasn't meant to be. You could tell she was, I don't know if she was interested or just flattered by that, but she did take his number, and we learned his name is Romero, and he wished her a good night and walked off. I thought that was strange, but okay. She done packed up all the damn pies, and Hollywood say he gonna do the delivery and tell her to go home and get some rest, and you can tell that shit wore her ass the fuck out. Lupus don't stop us from doing shit, it just slow you down. I was talking to one of my love things down in the comment section, and he was telling me he had a friend that's a cake maker, and she got upset because now that she has gotten her diagnosis, it takes her a little longer to do things. I used to feel that way too. As a person who built their livelihood, and their entire family was supported off of me being the best I could be in the kitchen, that shit is frustrating. On my side gigs, I've been known to make I'm making my daughter's wedding cake for this September when she get married. I already know a wedding cake can take you up to 8 hours, a decent one. So if it takes me, when I was in my best, 8 hours, I might be in the kitchen by 12, 13 hours, because I have to sit down. My point of bringing that up is, it limits us in a certain way, but you do have to learn how to just adjust. You have to take them extra breaks if that's what it requires of you to do. You just got to do it, but you ain't got to stop living. And the fact that it may have taken her a long time and she tired, at least when she lay down, she gonna have a sense, she gonna have peace in her heart, because it was challenging, but I made it. That's a beautiful feeling. I don't tell y'all how many times I did cater a party or an event, and I feel like I could just fall the fuck out, but I can't fall out, because hell, I'm the face and the person behind it all, so I can't fall out. But bitch, when I get home, I be so tired and I be so happy at the same time, because every time I do something like that, I feel like I'm somewhat beating the odds. And y'all, if you've been following my story, y'all know I love to beat a nasty piece of oil, baby. I love to beat that. I get something out of that. Davis go to see Charlie. Did you have anything to do with that cop video leaking of him beating on them kids? Why we always got to be the first ones to forgive and forget? I ain't asked you to forgive and forget, and I ain't asked you to apologize. I'm just telling you to remember Micah. You ever thought about, with this video leaking, that he sees every single thing? He relives this, and is this good for him? I'm just asking you to keep Micah first and foremost in mind, and he leaves. She go upstairs to ask Micah if he want to go to breakfast, and see that he ain't in there, but she see all them beautiful photos that he's been taking. Beautiful pics. Micah comes in and asks if she likes them, and she says they beautiful. He tells her he needs this. He said, for the first time in my life, I feel like I don't have to justify my presence, and he hit her with some damn examples. He said, you're black, but you the kid of a celebrity. You can come on in. You black, but you got money, so you can come on in. He feel like he finally belong, and she said that after she realized that this boy really means what he's saying, that's part of why he want to go to a school where he can be around people that's like him. She agrees to let him try it for a little while, but warns if anything goes wrong. Ralph Angel at the farm doing dishes, and Blue come in and asks if his time out is over. He said yes. He apologized for being bad. Ralph Angel said, you was acting mighty brand new, but you ain't got no bad bone in your body. So Lil Blue asks, can I help with the dishes? So they stand there and they wash dishes as he looks down on his son, smiling, and give him a little kiss at the top of his head. I love the dynamics of that relationship. Charlie go to meet with this white lady. Child, she asked if she was pleased with the leak, meaning that Charlie did do that shit. I told y'all before I even told y'all she admitted it. I knew she had something to do with that. She said she'd rather not. The woman asking her was she pleased. She said she would rather that man not had ever messed with her kid, but she feels vindicated as much as she can right now. Charlie paying this woman well because, baby, she digging up all the bones, okay? She had a file and shit, and come to find out Sam Landry been drowning in debt for years. And Charlie confused because he just bought Queen Sugar. Well, old girl says she can't explain that, but she know he been drowning in debt for the last few years. And he got a team of lawyers tighter than Fort Knox. She said in a couple of days she gonna have some news on the shareholders as well. I said, come through, Whitefish, give all the team. Now the family all down took down to the grocery store to see her pliers on this essential display, only to get there and find out that they are not there. They are stacked up in a corner. And she stopped the worker. Where's Mr. Rollins? The worker said he left for the day. She said, well, we got a problem because my pies were supposed to be on central display, not in some corner. Old boy said, well, let me get him on the phone. While he was going to get him on the phone, Vi was over there rearranging shit. She was taking that shit that he had in the taking her pies out that corner, putting it on the central display, and putting the other shit in the corner over there. Everybody, the family is helping her do it. Then you can see she just got upset and she walked off. Hollywood went behind her. She said, I know to y'all this may be small, but it's big to me. She said, I'm almost 60 years old, and I will not be sidelined, sidetracked, or sidestepped. Yes, God, Vi, we will not be sitting in no corner. Because it's her time. And Nova is listening to this, and it's triggering something inside of her so much so she go turn her resignation in to Steve down at the damn paper. And she walks away, not knowing what tomorrow holds, but feeling good about the decision that she made in that moment. And that is where we cut off it. That was it. That was all, y'all. 36 minutes. I'm sorry it's so late, but I had to get my own damn testimony up in there. That's what took up some time. But I ain't gonna hold you no longer. Remember, the depths of your struggle, man, will determine the height of your success. Hear me when I tell you, the depths of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. And I'll be back with Fuck Shit Friday. Peace.